China's Unitree Robotics, the world's biggest producer of humanoid and canine robots, based designs for its most successful four-legged machines on innovations funded by the US military, according to 3 top robotics researchers and a former US defense technology official. Unitree's $1,600 Go-2 model, launched in 2023, helped the company rapidly dominate the global quadruped robot market. The firm's imminent Shanghai stock market debut has drawn frenzied demand.
That core technology is at the heart of all of the Chinese legged robots that I've actually seen be successful to date. It's a completely different paradigm that we were a part of developing as part of our academic careers. There were papers published, and then these papers were very closely studied by Chinese companies like Unitree, and these principles were put to work and then scaled in an exceptional way using amazing manufacturing and supply chain technology, to where now you see companies like Unitree and other companies in China are shipping way more legged robots than American companies are.
The success of these robots draws on breakthroughs in quadruped movement, financed by the US Army Research Laboratory, ARL, and other military programs. The researchers and the former official told Reuters.
But I always want to highlight that this is technology that at its core was developed at US universities, funded by US taxpayer dollars, and now we're seeing a lot of the Chinese companies really benefiting from it and shipping many more robots than we are in the US, unfortunately.
These principles were put to work and then scaled in an exceptional way, using amazing manufacturing and supply chain technology, to where now you see companies like Unitree and other companies in China are shipping way more legged robots than American companies are, said Gavin Kenneally, a former University of Pennsylvania researcher involved in the program.
I think the biggest factor in China's advantage for developing its robotics industry is its massive industrial base. Its vast ecosystem of manufacturing, factories, and things that provide both kind of demand-side support for its robotics industry, as well as cheap access to all the components it needs to manufacture those. And I think the military side of the robotics ecosystem really is kind of riding on the benefits of that much broader commercial ecosystem. And when I look at where the US has fallen behind, I see that loss and hollowing out of the manufacturing sector as being a really big driver of why the kind of corresponding national security applications have fallen behind as well.
Ben Katz, who worked at Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Biomimetic Robotics Lab, among a consortium of universities financed by the military programs, said the dimensions of Unitree's popular Go series were, to the millimeter, almost identical to a groundbreaking robot he helped develop.
As we've seen across a wide range of industry, as manufacturing capabilities have just completely outstripped the US's. In a lot of sectors, I think that is less of a concern, but in strategic areas, whether it's for semiconductors, other kind of prior technologies, that growing dependence is a big risk. And at this rate, I think that's the trajectory we're headed in.
Reuters is the first media outlet to compile direct accounts from the researchers, detailing connections between Unitree designs and the US Army program. The episode underscores broader problems with the United States' ability to compete with China's state-directed manufacturing sector in high-tech strategic industries, including those critical to national security.
There's no way we're going to do this completely on our own as the US. We need to work closely with our allies. In particular, at Ghost, we work very closely with companies in Korea and Taiwan and Japan, where they have some of this manufacturing and supply chain expertise. So there's absolutely no path forward without them. I do think that we also have to have strategic ability to source these products strategically in the US as well. So I think some amount of strategic supply is going to be critical as well, and then the ability to service these products.
Backed by subsidies, clusters of component factories, and a tolerance for heavy losses, Chinese companies have seized market share across industries such as solar panels, drones, EVs, and quantum communications, many of which were first developed in the US with government or military backing. Kenneally commercialized the US breakthroughs through his company, Ghost Robotics.